As our journey in life begins, every step of our journey is very different. And as for me, I can attest to that. You see, when I first started in this life, I grew up in Jacksonville, very boring city, by the way. And so I said to myself, I don't want to do anything out of the ordinary. I want to do something different, but I felt stuck. I didn't know where I wanted to go. And I know most of you may feel just like how I did, feeling stuck. But how can I spread value and add value to everyone around me if I'm feeling stuck? How can I be a light in my community? It took a lot out of me to come to Miami. I came here when I was very young. I still didn't know what I was wanting to do. And I kind of just branched out in a place where I didn't know anybody. And I said, you know what, it's time to get involved. So I got involved in a few club ministries, and I still felt like the direction of my path was still unsure. And many of us may feel like the road that we take is uncertain, but innovative minds do start with uncertainty. And for me, I thought I had it all figured out, but I really didn't. I really didn't know where I wanted to go. I was just going with the flow of life. But I want to remind you that it starts with you. It starts with having the mindset of doing something different, to have that deep innovation of your soul to make change and to have change and to want to do something about it. For me personally, I felt like I can start in my circles where I'm at right now. My circles included going to church. I love going to church. And I also love my friends as well too. So I said, okay, what can I do to be able to get involved and show that people around me can be impacted by the things that I do, by the things that I say. So I started out with the different ministries at my institution at church. You see, a lot of people have this negative notation what church is all about, but church brings you open to the communities around you with so many different events, so many different community-led events that you can get involved in. So for me, I decided that I can become a teacher. I can teach young minds to become the future of tomorrow, to become change makers. And so I taught little ones, they were at least 9 years old, and I was teaching them about God. And they loved it, and I just saw the growth and the love that they shared and the nurture in their spirit. And that ministry was called Adventure Club. It's similar to like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, but it's spiritually focused. But I knew that this specific ministry spoke to me because I was helping little ones reach the world around them in a way where I didn't have that when I was younger, when I was living in Jacksonville. We took a little trip in the neighborhood in Miami where I took them to go see firefighters, me and the rest of the counselors, and they absolutely enjoyed it. Just seeing their faces light up with so much joy and just so much curiosity and just wanting to know more about what they can do. You see, a lot of people think that you have to have a master's degree or a PhD to create change in the communities around you, but you really don't. You see, I am a product of that. I came from Jacksonville. I didn't know anybody. But I will remind you that the heart of change making starts right here, in your heart. And so I took that and I ran with it. I started this program at Baptist Hospital where I currently work as a CNA. And I absolutely love the fact that I was open to different coworkers around me, nurses, orthopedics, surgeons. I figured, this is a really great spot for me to be able to show my passion. I was very filled with the things that they did, and so I got involved. I decided to join a committee for a patient falls experience, and then I also decided to join our champion safety committee. So I got involved right from the beginning when I started working at Baptist, and I loved it. And so that brings me to my story now, and where I'm at right now in my life as this butterfly. Here at Miami-Dade College, I decided that, there is so much more purpose for me in life that I can be able to attain even more. So I decided to get my registered nursing license. And I was influenced by that because of where I work. And so with that, even at school, I am able to show other students that you can still make change no matter how old you are. I'm 29 years old, and I am helping people that are still younger than me. But there's a difference now of where I am than when I was attending FIU. You see, now I'm a mother, I'm a teacher, and also I have 2 little ones that I'm training at home right now. You see, my son Eli, who's 4 years old, and my daughter Hadassah, who's 2 years old, they are full of energy. And I will tell you, they are enjoying every moment that I spend with them when I homeschool them with every inch of my soul. But I do feel like this lady sometimes, because not every day feels the same. You see, if you have children in this audience, you can definitely relate to how I feel, because every day is a blue skies and cloudy, but there are days where you just want to pull out your hair. But I know for certain that I am leading the future of Changemakers. And I want to remind you that no matter what your purpose is in life, just know that if you know what your passion is and what you're wanting to do, and if you have the goal of wanting to do it, then you are already in the right spot. You can flourish like a butterfly. You can flourish into the path where you need to go. And so I'm reminded now, where I'm at right now, with all the many hats that I'm carrying, that it doesn't matter where I go, I can still create a difference with and everyone that I come in contact with. And that is meeting all you beautiful faces here in this audience. And I just want to remind you and say thank you for listening to my story. And I also want to take a selfie with you, if that's okay.
Yeah.